John Sarin gets in, says, I'm most impressed by how the O-line gave DJ a clean pocket so much against a veteran and good D front. Talking about NC State's front.
Absolutely.
They got juniors and seniors all over the freaking field, 18 returning starters this season, so on and so forth. And I think Clemson put up a great performance against them, including our offensive line.
I know NC State fans are in here, but that means NC State after this year is going to suck for another 4 or 5 years. You know, tell you Dave Jordan, think about it.
Yeah, this is your year. This is your year. Yeah.
Look how long it took them from Malik Finley. Then you had to run between Russell Wilson. Because every 4 or 5 years that they build up teams to make runs, they're not like us where, and I try to get my friends to understand that they don't. Clemson recruits on a national level. Dave Doran recruits the state of North Carolina, and then you got 4 or 5 other schools like UNC Charlotte, App State, Carolina, Duke, East Carolina, all around the area. Then Clemson a lot of times come and get some of the best players. Because look at Simpson and Dexter Lawrence and a lot of other guys are from this area. You know, one of the best fullbacks of all time. McCall is from right here in Fayetteville, North Carolina. Played with the Raiders for a long time. So, you know, there's a lot of players that leave North Carolina to go to Clemson. So North Carolina State takes years to build up their team. And I knew that rushing game couldn't deal with us. And our offensive that we got off on that offensive line tonight. Our defensive line straight dominated. And that's what we were looking for. Henry got off, Murray. He got off, I think, Tyler Davis. And those quick screens that we was having trouble with, hey, man, they got neutralized. Tyler Davis took care of that on the first possession. Man, he just got up in there, man. He got some moving, boy. If that defense ever get whole and we get through this regular season undefeated in the playoffs, they're going to be held to pay in the playoffs, where teams are playing right now.
Yep. Tal Pollard gets in, says, we should be pulling for teams we have to play later on so that we look better in the end. I pull for every team we play to win except for when they play us. For that reason alone. I don't really think Clemson needs that. We're a national brand. If Clemson goes undefeated, regardless of who we played, we're going to be in the college football playoff. That's just plain and simple. If we go undefeated, we win the ACC, we're in the college football playoff, and we could probably even lose a game, win the ACC, and still get in the college football playoff. I don't think we need any team to prop up our resume per se. But it is always good for the teams that you beat to keep winning. So I get what you're saying.
So we got the longest winning streak. And what is the longest winning streak right now? 9 games? Or where we at now?
We're at would you say 9?
Yeah, I think we had 9 games. So we won 10 maybe. Maybe 10.
10? 11? 11 games?
We won the last.
I don't know what we're at.
Yeah, but I know we got the longest winning streak in the conference.
So we got a couple of people asking. Byron Davis gets in and says, did they redshirt Cade? And WB2DX gets in and says, should Dabo have played Cade a few snaps in the fourth quarter?
No, and
no.
I don't. Yeah. There wasn't a place for it.
Yeah, no, he's not redshirted, and
I mean, maybe if there was more time left on the clock after.
Yeah, maybe if Clemson's defense would have stopped NC State on that last drive, and NC State wouldn't have scored that touchdown.
Right. Yeah.
Maybe the next offensive drive, I think Cade Klubnik could have got in there, but that's about it. I don't think at any other time in the game it was appropriate.
And I think we had this discussion earlier in the year. I think they shouldn't play Cade, not because I think that he could take DJ job down, but if you think about it, DJ stays healthy. You got Hunter. You got a 2-year gap in between quarterbacks. Then the guy that's coming in next year, I can't remember the name, from Alabama, he could redshirt. You got a 2-year gap. where you filling in. I don't know, another important part of this game that we haven't talked about is the amount of recruits that were there tonight. We had a lot of 2024 recruits. I think we had a top linebacker, one of the top quarterbacks in tonight at the game. I can't remember the whole list, but we had a lot of recruits that's coming in for 2024 at the game tonight. And I think if you keep, I don't know, when Florida State was really successful in the 90s, that's what they did. They kept a 2-year gap. So if you are, I think the rule is if you don't play in 4 games, you're able to redshirt for the next year. So I think it's important. Yeah, you want to keep K fresh, but you got Hunter Johnson there already, who has a lot of playing experience and has been at Clemson before. So if you keep that 2-year gap in between there, I think it will help us out tremendously coming down the thing. We know Cade is talented, but let him give him a chance to grow. And all those comparisons with Kelly and Lawrence, DJ was the first number one quarterback coming out of college, just like Cade was. So I don't think those that Kelly and Lawrence was comparison, or Cole Stout and Deshaun Watson. Deshaun Watson was a 4-star recruit, and we just knew that Cole Stout wasn't the man.
Yeah,
I talked to Eric one time about it. McLaurin, the left tackle, he transferred from tight end to left tackle, and he lives down the street from me. And he said, "Yeah, if Deshaun Watson would have played the whole year that year, his senior year, they probably would have played for a national championship."
Yeah, Hunter GoPro gets in, says Anthony Vicina, 5-star QB, is who we're getting next year.
Yep.
So
redshirt him.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
If DJ keep playing like he is, I guarantee you DJ won't stay next year anyway. So you just get that gap in there. I don't think he'll come back.
Stephen Presley gets in, says every QB at Clemson but the clipboard guy are 5-star QBs.
Yeah,
for the most part, we bring in a lot of 5-star QBs and probably a lot of high 4-star QBs as well. So,
yeah, him. So I think he's more interested in playing football. But Will Taylor, I still wait for him to do some more stuff in the gadget department.
Yeah, he can't. Yeah,
I was hoping he's going to take that punt home, but
he had a good return tonight, so we'll give him that.
Yeah.
Hey, keep him on the punt return, keep him on the kick return, and keep Shipley off the kick return. Every time Shipley's on a kick return, I swear to God, I'm gonna have a heart attack thinking he's gonna get hurt. I know he's dynamic, but bro, I just think Shipley's way too valuable to be on kick and punt returns. I just do. I think we got other guys that can fill that role. But Hunter gets in, says those were terrible comparisons too. DJ has a way higher ceiling than Kelly Bryant. Yes, he does. He's a way better quarterback than Kelly Bryant too. Just my opinion. But Byron Davis says, well, like we said, we had 4 teams that were 4-0 going into this weekend. That is pretty strong looking. They will eventually have to start giving the ACC some props. Yeah. But they won't. They won't. So they should, but they won't.
Only 2 undefeated teams. So
yeah, now there's only 2 undefeated teams. So